Hello. Let's go over some universal laptop chargers. Which universal laptop charger should you buy? Which universal laptop charger will work on all makes and models? Throughout the years, I've used a lot of universal chargers, and one of the chargers, let's call it Universal Charger 1, looks something like this. Okay. The connection where the tip fits in looks something like this, and this universal charger came with about 9 different tips. See how it looks like? It has about 4 pins, and it just connects like this. And that's how the connector is like. Take it out, change it, put another one, and you have a charger with this tip now. So we have 9 different tips. We can alternate, change tips, and depending on the laptop that we are working on, we can choose the tip that will fit the laptop. Another universal charger that we have looks something like this. The socket where the tip goes in looks something like this, and this one came with about 5 tips. Now these tips are slightly different than the ones that I showed you on charger 1. So now we have 8 or 9 tips over there, and we have 5 tips here. So we have a wider variation of tips, and now we can support more makes and models of laptops. To fit this tip in, what we do is we connect it, and that's how the tip fits in. If you look at the way the connection look, it's different than that of Universal Charger 1. The other one had 4 pins. This one is a different socket, different connection. Okay, this one came with 5 tips. The other one came with about 8-9 tips. We have yet another universal charger, something that looks like this. And the tip on this universal charger looks something like this. 2 pins instead of 4 pins, or instead of having a socket, it looks something like this. This one came with 8 tips. 5 of the 8 tips we already have in charger 1 and 2, but we have 3 extras that we do not have in the other set. The reason we bought this is we needed those 3 extra tips for different types of laptops. If you noticed, we have 3 different chargers and 3 sets of tips. The tips cannot be mixed and matched with the chargers, so the tip will only work with the charger that came with it. I cannot use the tip from charger 1 to put on charger 2, and vice versa. The same goes for charger 3. It's a whole different tip. We cannot mix and match tips. So why is that bad? Throughout the years, I've went through a lot of universal chargers. I mean, we use the chargers heavily in the store here. Sometimes we snatch the cable, sometimes we step over the cable, sometimes we bend the cable, and the chargers do go bad. When the charger goes bad, then we have to throw it away along with the tips, because we cannot just buy the charger alone. The charger comes with the tips. If we did find a charger alone on eBay that will fit this set of tips, then the charger will most likely cost more than the whole package combined. So it doesn't make sense to buy just the charger for that specific set of tips. The reason we have 3 universal chargers is we have different tips with every charger, and we want to have the biggest selection of tips possible. But still, if an adapter goes bad, then we have to throw the whole set in the garbage. I was looking for something that would offer me every tip for every make and model, and something that will last a very long time. I came across something that I want to show you that you're gonna thank me for. I got these sets of tips. I never seen so many tips at once. I mean, let me give you a closer look on how the tips look like. Every make and model. There's tips in here that I never seen before, such as this one here. I mean, I never seen a laptop that has this type of connection. You have a tip that looks like a headphone connector. This is 19 volts. I do not know where or what's the use of this, but it's there. You have between 35 to 40 different tips. What you have to understand is tips are like bulletproof. Tips will not get damaged. This is a very rigid, very solid tip. Okay, nothing will break this tip. Even if you smash it with a hammer, you may slightly bend it, but it's not going to get damaged. I mean, this is one piece. It's very rigid and very hard. I was surprised by the high quality of these tips. If you look at the connection where this connects to, it's only 1 pin. This tip connects with a charger that you may already have at home. The tip connector is like this. So an HP adapter or charger that looks like this, it's hollow on the inside, will fit this tip. Like I said, you may already have one. If you do not have this type of charger, you can go online, eBay or Amazon, and buy one for about $8. Okay, so this tip will fit this type of charger. The charger did not come with the tips. Tips are sold alone, but you may already have this charger. If you do not, $8, $9 will get you one off eBay or Amazon. Now, what I like about these tips also is this rubbery holder. This is very smart. I mean, this will not break, it will not rip, and the connectors or the tips, they fit snug. I mean, the tips are not gonna fall down. Okay, you need to put some pressure in order to take the tip out of the mount. The holder looks something like this. If I want to put the tip back in, just slide it here and press. That's it. So I can have them on my desk like this, and whichever laptop we are working on, we can look at the tips and see which one will fit that laptop. What's nice about this rubbery silicone stuff is that, let's say we have this laptop here and we want to find a connector for this laptop. What we can do, we can actually, we do not have to take the tip out of the holder. We can go like this. I can try this one. It doesn't work. This one doesn't work. This one doesn't work. That one works. So I'll take out the tip from the holder. There's a use to that flexibility. We can just keep trying tips until we find one that matches. 3 things I like about the tips. Very well made. Durability, I think these tips will last forever. I do not see the tips breaking anytime soon. Number 2, chances are you already have an adapter that will fit the tips, and the adapter is a standard HP laptop adapter that looks hollow from the inside. If you do not already have one, you can buy one off eBay or Amazon for about $8 to $10. And the third thing that's nice about the tips is in the store I can have 3, 4, 5 of those adapters, and I can use different tips for different adapters. So I can be fixing 5 laptops at the same time. I have this charger with a specific tip for that laptop, the same charger with a specific tip for that laptop, so on and so forth. So I can use the same tips with many different chargers. You may have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 chargers at home. It depends on your needs. And if something goes wrong with the charger, I do not have to worry about throwing away the tips. I can keep them. I'll just buy another charger. These chargers, they last a long time, but because of the way we use them in the store, sometimes they go bad. So to be honest with you, I was surprised with, just a sec. Hello, how are you?
Okay.
What's going on?
I have this one.
What's wrong with it?
Here.
The other thing I like is the flexible holder, so the tips will not get loose. Even if you go like this, the tips are not gonna fall. You have to put some pressure in order to remove the tip. You can put the tip on the desk like so, and then when you have a laptop, you can just take a look at the tips to see which one fits, or you can go like this and plug each one in the laptop to see which one fits. And lastly, price. How much do you think I paid for the tips? $40, $50, $60? $12. 12 US dollars. Can you believe it? I mean, how is the company making money? Plus free shipping from Amazon. And the tips are being sold by Amazon. Any issues, you can always send them back. So I'll post a link in the description. If you are a person that has more than one laptop, or you find yourself fixing at least one laptop per year, or one laptop per month, one laptop per day, it doesn't hurt to have those in your toolbox. It's a great set of tips to have. Even if you're not gonna use them now, just buy them, keep them in your tools area, in your toolbox. You will have a use for them anytime you are dealing with more than one laptop. A huge variety of tips. You cannot go wrong buying these for $12. $12. So I'll post a link in the description. If you have any questions, post them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.